Good day, everyone. This presentation is about to discuss upper body striking techniques. Most commonly are boxing and karate. Don't mind the picture you see. That's for commercial purpose. So let's start.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I'll make mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gonna get it.
In this lesson, we're gonna study discipline that commonly use our arms to strike. One of these examples is boxing. When we say boxing, we need things that protect our hands first, just like a boxing gloves or a hand drop. So we need to put this thing first. Who knows the hand drops looks like or how to put it. So why we gonna put this thing? Why? To make sure we are safe and to prevent an injury. That's why we put this hand drop. Both hands is required. Ask your instructor if any questions. So when you say proper punching. Before we proceed on what are proper punches, first and one most important things you have to learn is the proper boxing stance. Without it, you can't move through punches and different yourself effectively. In the beginning, you may not devote importance to it, but believe me, the right stance in the boxing is the basis of everything you do in the ring or during your workout. So that's the stance we need. If you see in the picture, basic punches. Now we're going to learn what those basic punches are and how we are gonna hold them. Who knows that punch in the first picture we have? We're gonna have some commercial.
Vendetta Beats Production.
So this punch, how are we gonna call this? A jab punch. A jab is an integral part of fighter defense. Its speed and power to execution and reach can keep the opponent at a distance, preventing him from charging in. defensive jab can be employed while moving backwards. So let's see a demo. Defense or a jab.
Okay, next we have jab. Your initial jab is the first punch. Every great fighter has to have a good jab. Really simple. Whatever leg's in front, that side jab. So right now he has his left leg in front, left hand will jab. It's a straight out punch and back. Okay, jab into the guard. Good. Right to the mid. Again. Nice. Notice he's following his jawline as he punches out. His hand is right there, keeping himself from getting hit in the jaw. We call the S5 knockout point right here. So most fighters you see get knocked out, they're getting hit right on that spot. But by him following his jawline, he's avoiding the knockout hook on that line. Once again, jab, 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 jab. Perfect. And that is the jab.
So that's how the jab is, or the jab punch. Next punch. Our next entry is what? Can you name it? So that's a straight punch or corkscrew. Straight punch or corkscrew. If you want power or force, then you need the other two factors. That's gonna call mass and acceleration. Your mass is the ability to create weightiness in your body or your line. How do we do that? By training your line to be as relaxed as possible. Many people think they are relaxed, but actually they are still in a state of tension. One has to really focus on allowing the full weight of the arm and the body to be like a bag of cement, to be fully relaxed. So what is acceleration then? An example of this is a sports car. Some cars have a really high top end and can reach a great speed but lack of the sprint distance. We want to be able to not only have the very fast top speed, but more than that, to also increase that speed rapidly over a short distance. That is acceleration. Multiply the mass with the type of acceleration in a punch, imagine that, and wham, the impact will be enormous. So let's see a demonstration of straight punch. Okay, now we proceed to our next entry. Who knows the name of this punch? Okay, I proceed. That's called hook punch. Hook punch are the most powerful and perhaps the most commonly used punches in boxing. When training hook shot, the first thing to remember is to make sure you are hitting at the correct distance. Since hook punches are punched with a bent arm, it goes without saying that distance between the three knees should be much smaller than for straight punches. The hook punch can be used effectively in both outside fightings, inside fighting, and hand-to-hand combat, which necessarily involve bending the arm to different degrees. So let's see a demonstration of a hook punch.
Weak and awkward and pathetic. Throwing the hook with just the turn of the body before you've learned how to generate power like that is not very satisfying. So a new guy, and you tell him to just do this and be like a robot, like this arm is stuck in place and all he can do is turn his body. Don't use your arm, don't lean into the bag. It just feels like is this anything? Can I hurt anybody with this? Probably not. You probably punch like a pathetic little weakling, and that's why you're not doing it right, because if you want to hit hard, you have to do it wrong. You need to come off of the bag and just turn this punch in the air like this, keeping your balance. We're going to shift our weight from our front foot to our back foot. Weights forward on the front foot to load. Weight shifts back to the back foot to fire. That's the motion. It seems counterintuitive because we're punching something that's kind of in front of us. One thing that can help, I see a lot of dudes, they're too far from the bag. So if you're going to look like don't worry about looking like a moron. If you're new and you're learning this, like, people know that you suck. Like, it's okay to suck a little bit. It's okay to not be as good as you'd like to be. We're all learning. Get really close to the bag. Bust your arm into a 90-degree angle like this right here, and just turn. Turn your body, turn your hip, turn your foot, shifting that weight back, not forward. After you've mastered this, and you have really good hook mechanics, and yes, it's weak little pansy-ass punches, that's fine, then you can start adding some oomph back into it. They say never use the arm. Let me tell you the truth. Professional boxers at the highest level, UFC fighters, world champions, you watch that shit in slow-mo, they're throwing arm punches at each other. Their hands are down, their mouths are open, their chins are up. Everybody's technique deteriorates under pressure, but if we perfect our technique in the gym at safe, comfortable speeds, the better we make our technique in the gym, the higher level it will be after it deteriorates under pressure. All right? I'm not sure I'm saying the word deteriorate correctly. I don't know. So yes, eventually, after we've got this mechanic, pulling this punch, think weights forward, pull our weight back. Weights forward, pulling the weight back. Weights forward, pulling the weight back. After we get that down, then we'll start adding in the fun shit. You can add the arm back in. You got any arm muscles, a good contraction of the bicep, though take great care that you build up to it gradually, so like this kind of shit doesn't happen to you. You can even add the head in. Throwing the head in adds momentum to that thing. And depending, it could also be head movement. But don't feel bad if when you do the technique correctly, it feels awkward and shitty and weak. It's supposed to.
So that's all for our hook punch. And now we proceed to our next punch. Our last punch is who knows the name of this punch? That's right, that's called uppercut punch. The uppercut, formerly known as the undercut, sometimes also referred to as the upper, is a punch used in boxing that travels along a vertical line at the opponent's shin or solar plexus. It is, along with the cross, one of the two main punches that count in the statistics of power punches. Uppercuts are useful when thrown at close range because they are considered to cause more damage. The uppercut is a power punch capable of delivering a knockout strike. Additionally, it is likely that a boxer would miss if the uppercut is thrown the opponents are apart. Uppercuts usually do more damage when landed to the chin, but they can also cause damage when thrown to the body, particularly the solar plexus, or when landing on the nose or eyes. So let's see the demonstration of uppercut punch.
And missing with the right, and Whitaker trying to fill that hole with a right of his own. You know, guys, during the commercial break, we had to take a peek to see if what we thought we saw was what happened. And in fact, Tim Bradley, we did have double uppercuts.
Well, Dre, you said in the first fight that something out of a movie. Well, this is too, a double uppercut landed by both fighters. Wow, I've never seen this before in boxing. Good shot by both men.
That's the demonstration of uppercut. Our feet can also do an uppercut. Let's see if feet can do an uppercut. So watch this.
But honestly, that was honestly a
Which do you like, the uppercut of a hand or the uppercut of our feet? So that's all. The basic 4 punches: a jab punch, straight punch, hook punch, uppercut punch. So if you continue learning punches, this is the drills that you can do. So that's for now. My name is Yakus, living a coach. Don't be afraid of giving a 10,000 time punches. Afraid of one punch that 10,000 times. So that's all. Good day ahead and thank you for watching.